Alright, let's try to gain some ladder points here. Okay. Oh, my deck list is wrong. I swapped out Electra for Sunspot. So until we know we can't hit it, we kind of want to play towards the Killmonger. Eventually, we'll have to bail on that plan if we don't see him early enough. That is not a card we really wanted to see here. Might require bailing on the Killmonger plan. So we'll lock in some decent value on the miniature lab. And now I can't kill my HUD. Alright, so that probably nukes my chances of taking left here. Wow, what a disaster these locations are for the deck I'm trying to play. Holy smokes. Alright, so I guess we do Yondu here. We'll throw Bucky. We're not going to be able to destroy anything till the end of the game. We're in big trouble. So we're definitely not snapping, and if this dude snaps, we'll probably bail. Like, for sure bail. Like, there's absolutely no reason to take a location set this unfavorable for what I'm trying to do all the way to the end. That's madness. Well, it's a decent sized body that we can throw down there, and while I would have preferred to destroy the hood, like we're stuck with him. So I think I'm going to go left with the attempt at taking this from him. Maybe he'll take this location. I'm not sure. My Carnage should be pretty big there, though. Well, I guess only a 6. That's not that big. Ah, that's not what we wanted to see. So what 2 cards did Paul play? That's not going to get you there. And that's not going to get you there either. Alright. That was a tough one. Locations didn't line up for us. I didn't see Death. I mean, even if I had seen Death, she would have been rotting in my hand. I would have been able to play her. Lucky to pull that one out, I think. So ideally, we have specific turns where we want to play specific cards. Turns 1, 2, and 3, it's pretty loosey-goosey, but in an ideal game, over the course of turns 1, 2, and 3, we destroy a minimum of 2 things. Turn 4, we want to have Death in hand, and we want to play Moon Girl and get another copy of Death. Turn 5, we want to play Wave, plus potentially Carnage, destroying even more things, maybe making our 2 copies of Death free, so that way we can play America plus 2 copies of Death on turn 6. That's sort of the core, like, level 1 combo in the deck. There are a lot of other ways to, like, make big stats with the cards we're playing here, but, like, the big bursty turns really come down to Death, duplicates of Death, discounting Death. Like, that's what we're trying to do here. No, that's not the one I want to start with. I want to start with something I'm willing to destroy. It's the way these games are going to go, huh? So we'll stack up on some bodies. So we got more stuff to kill. We're going to be able to destroy at least 4 cards with the hand we're holding now, which means if we hit wave, we'll be able to play Death for free, plus whatever else on turn 6. Normally, that would be America, but she got destroyed by Yondu on turn 1. That's not too bad, actually. So I think we need to go here just to hedge against having our location blocked out by like a green goblin or something. We can use that last power. Let's get a sunspot down. You know what? I'll snap to you, buddy. I'm feeling pretty good. Would like to draw death, though. There she is. Okay, so I want to be able to destroy Bucky with Deathlock, so that's either all going to be on turn 5. Knowing what the rest of this looks like, I mean, I could go Death plus Demon here, and that wouldn't be the end of the world. Contend hard for mid, maybe? Nah, let's set up the Bucky. Now, we are playing into a potential real big punish if this is a deck that runs Hobgoblin or Green Goblin. I guess Hobgoblin would be too expensive for that turn. But Jubilee into Hobgoblin is a thing that could have happened. Oh my goodness. Okay. So Killmonger's useless to us here. Definitely want to play this. Really frustrating we didn't have something that costs 2 that we could have got down this turn. A little bit annoying to waste those resources. So it's not going to take very much for Lil Fresca over there to take the Shadowland. Iron Man is a real tough card to try to organically outstat. So I think the play is probably going to be to fight from mid and then shore up. We can't play the Killmonger because I don't want to give up my 1-drops. So Wave's effect is irrelevant here. Yeah, so they went hard on Shadowland. Ooh, I think that means we win. 8 cubes. Yep. It's a little wild to me that they went so hard on Shadowland. If I was in their position, I would have tried to play something small at Shadowland because it's going to get doubled and it would have taken a ton for me to get on top of it. And then try to put at least a little something into another location. That's how I would have. But I guess I don't know the composition of their hand either. So generally speaking, you want to play death as late as possible because you want to let your opponent essentially establish and kind of commit to the lokes that they're going to be committing to, and then play death where it's going to make a big difference. Or I'm going to plug my computer in. Yikes. I guess that's okay. So this is a really good opener. I'm going to be able to stack Bucky on top of the hood. And then throw down Carnage and kill both those dudes. So we're going to Squirrel Girl here rather than developing one of these other cards because I want to be able to use the Killmonger to kill all the squirrels and get death really, really cheap. And we don't have death yet, but that kind of doesn't matter because you always have to be playing towards that as an out, like no matter what. It was a massacre! Little unfortunate that we haven't seen... We haven't seen death yet. I think it's unlikely we're going to be able to fight too hard for Monster Island. And this Hellfire Club is kind of problematic for my hand where I'm drawing every one drop and none of my actual threats. A little bit unfortunate. Okay. So Chavez on right isn't going to be good enough. We really don't have a good grip on left or center. But what I have to do is assume that they're going to keep right and they're going to go for either left or center, and I need to guess which one they're going for and go for the same one. Or if I was being real smart, I would bail in this game. Because it's too risky. It's probably not worth it. It's definitely not worth it now that it's up to 8. Because I'm basically flipping a coin here. I really should retreat. Okay, well this card over here does not matter at all. So I guessed right, and they're still gonna beat me because it was Captain Marvel. So when I said I should have retreated... Man, I even got the right play, and they had the card that played around me having the right play. Oh, that's frustrating. Turn 4? Yeah. I hate this card. Or this location. I hate it a great deal, actually. Come on, man. I'm happy to see that show up. I got no problems with that. So we're going to throw down Deathlock and get 3. So again, 2 is the magic number. If you hit Wave, you can play Death and America. Well, I can't play America because freaking Yondu killed her again. I don't want to see Killmonger here. It's going to hurt me with my own Sunspot, but if that Nova goes off on all those 1-drops on that side, that's so much power. So Killmonger, I mean, I wouldn't be happy about it, but it's probably the play. So this is actually really good. Throw some resources here. What's going to happen here is we're going to get 2 deaths in hand, and then we're going to be able to play Wave next turn. Maybe only Wave next turn. But then those deaths are going to become 0 cost. Oh, we can play Bucky too. Meh. I mean, we're going to, but meh. So Bucky's just 1 point. That's almost not even worth playing, but I mean, why not? I guess I could put 1 more point in the Sunspot. That would be why not. So we're pretty comfortable in mix. Not going to be able to play any more things there. So 11 only gets me to 15. Is there anything? Yeah, none of these cards are going to get there. Okay, so I have no chance of getting to... Uh-oh. What happened to my mouse? So I have no chance of getting to 20. Glitch isn't going to be able to do anything on mid. So I just need to go hard here. And I think I got this one locked up. I mean, if he plays leader right here, I'm screwed, probably. It's not good enough. Got that one. I'm gonna reboot BlueStacks. This is acting a little buggy on me. Uh-oh. Oh, it's not rebooting. There it goes. Hmm. Oh, okay, now it's fixed. Oh, it'd be cool if the PC client for this game ever actually came out, because this BlueStacks thing is a bit of a drag. It's like most of the time it's okay. Um, I mean, I guess I shouldn't complain too hard. Like, it's a little bit unstable at times, but most of the time it's fine. But still, I suspect a PC native client where I don't have to like run an APK through an emulator would probably be like a better, a more stable thing. All right, Zilfran, what you got? So I don't really just want to feed Sunspot to the wood chipper because he can be a potential container of value, but the priority has to be getting death discounted by at least two, or else the combo just doesn't work. So there's times where you sort of have to like, even though I'm not holding death, it's early enough in the game, I'm likely to draw into her. Okay. So I do want to play the Hood, and I do want those two cards off Asgard. So I guess I could go here, and then I could go Hood Carnage next turn. We're still kind of on track, and Sunspot lives to fight another day. So Dream Dimension doesn't affect our core combo at all, really, but it can be super annoying for those games where we don't draw our core combo and we have to instead rely on kind of piecemeal synergy cards, which is still a pretty valid strategy within this deck, but it's not ideal when your turn 5 you're getting squeezed. Alright, so we've got a huge lead on the ability to draw the extra cards here. I'm thinking about swinging back. Do I want to kill two more things? I haven't seen Wave. I think I do. I think Sunspot's going to have to be sacrificed here. Sorry, buddy. It's one of my favorite cards, Sunspot. I hate killing this guy. Honestly, the slot that he occupies, I've had Electra there, I've had Angel there, I've had what else have I run in that slot? I think I had Blade in there for a while just because 3 power for 1 energy is really good. But that last slot, I'm just not sure what it needs to be. And so many red numbers. So we did hit the wave. This would be one of those great turns where we could combo wave plus something else, but unfortunately the +1 does hamper that. I guess we'll throw a little something down over here on right just to make them think about it. Now, I don't think right is going to be the location I actually commit to in this game, but sometimes you have to, like, feint. Get your opponent to not be sure where you're committing. That can be really important. Okay. So, we make a big play for the location where they're strongest. And we make our second, slightly smaller, but still relatively big play for where they're weakest, I think. Like, they're going to have the hardest time taking left from us. I have to think they're going to try to kill Nova. What could they use to kill Nova? Does a Killmonger hurt me here? Not at all. Okay, I think I'm good. Let's snap. Definitely could have got away with letting Sunspot live, and still I would have had enough discounts on death to make the combo work this turn. So curious what they're going to try to use to kill Nova. Nothing. Wow. Oh, but they got 2 out of 3. They beat me by 1 at mid. I was too focused on them comboing off. That's funny, though. Alright, let's try one more, and then I think I might reboot. Rebooting BlueStacks, I'm still getting some, like, stickiness with the controls here. And maybe try to reboot OBS or my PC. Alright, Yee Papaya, what you got for me? Cool. Let's do it. We're gonna kill so many things this game. Very glad we have Killmonger. This is one of the places you can get punished with Squirrel Girl, is the Space Throne. You commit a terrible unit to it early, and if you don't have a way to get rid of it, it can get bad. Not worried about Mr. Sinister. Have no problem with Murder World either. Wish I had a Carnage here so I could deal with Bucky. And also get the hood out to take advantage of Murder World. Much less urgency in destroying the Squirrel with the Space Throne now, but I'm probably still gonna. It's weird to me that they would commit their Rhino to that location. Like, knowing I'm kind of stuck with the Squirrel. I guess unless he's reading the Killmonger play. So I didn't want to do Killmonger there, so I'm hoping I can pick up some off their deck. Nope. Yep. That paid off. Do I want a Moon Girl here? And get 2 deaths? I won't be able to play 2 deaths if I don't play the Killmonger, so it kind of doesn't matter. Here, and then... How hard do I want to contend over here? Nah, we'll back up Killmonger. So this will be a strong play on right here. Let's put some pressure on this Papaya. See what they got. Alright, so they can't do anything to increase their position on left, so I only need 1 power there. So I'll play my smaller card. Oh, no. I didn't get the wave, so I needed one more thing to die. Alright, so it's going to have to be Moongirl plus Death. So we'll go Moongirl, and then we'll go mid with Death, and that should give us a winning position on left. And depending upon where the Papaya commits, I might lose one of these two. Yeah, I'm probably going to lose right, but I think that's going to be fine. Yeah, that's not going to do anything to me, and that's not going to do anything. What's this last card? Also, I don't care. Alright. So overall, I'm a really big fan of this combo. They still are, I think, over-rewarding decks that are willing to destroy your own cards. Yeah, it's like a risky strategy, and you can sometimes end up destroying everything and then not drawing the death, and you have nothing, and it's terrible. But generally speaking, like, Bucky Barnes is a huge reward, Carnage is a huge reward, Deathlock is like a lot worse most of the time. Like you lose some things and he only puts 5 down, whereas Carnage comes down as like generally a 6 or better. Killmonger is just fantastic, especially when coupled with Squirrel Go. You can get death so cheap. All right, Tanner. What do you got? Uh-oh. Did we lock up again? Oh, I knew I should have rebooted. I said I was going to reboot and then I didn't do it. Probably going to lose a cube on this one. This is typically what happens when we get that kind of blue stacks lock right there when the match is being made. By the time I get back into it, it's going to say, you escaped, -1 cube. I mean, it's better than, like, letting the other person have a chance to snap and make it, like, minus a bunch of cubes. And these kinds of disconnections I typically don't get when I'm playing on Android. I think it's specific to something within the... Yeah, there it is. Alright. We'll be back after a while.